Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Whose Online Is It Anyway, where the kidnappings are made up and the cock rockets don't matter. I'm Toxic Male, and sitting across from me drinking his daily supply of lime-flavored Quim is terrible Terrence Popp.
You heard him, you bunch of cock rockets. We got some good shit to talk about tonight. You guys are going to love it.
Oh, this is like... Wow, I mean, it has been a really impressive week. I mean, it's only been 2 days since we streamed, and I feel like I can't keep up.
It's comedy gold, bro.
It really is.
I sent, literally, I get all kinds of, I probably get somewhere between 60 and 80 emails a day.
Yeah.
Okay, and I probably send between 5 and 10 of them to him that I think are good.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I know. Every once in a while, it's like, I just checked my email. Why the hell do I have 7? Oh, okay,
Pop.
never mind.
It's me. I'm like, oh, this is good.
It's all your fault.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is insane.
Just blowing my shit up, man. But I think what we really need to talk about first tonight, because I'm just going to say it, dude. As soon as I heard about this, it was like, you called it. You totally called it.
Okay.
But should we talk about the evil hairless monkey in the room first? You guys, if you haven't bought these shirts yet, I mean, you really got to get out.
There you go.
This is some good shit right here. Get your evil hairless monkey shirts over at patrolbase.net, you mother fornicators.
Yeah.
And you too can be on the 65 and out plan.
Yeah, I'm honored to be on the 65 and out plan. I don't think I don't really know if I want to stick around any longer than that. I'm already getting kind of bored.
You got like a baker's dozen left, right?
I'm on the back 9.
Back 9.
Yeah, I think somewhere around like.
Yeah, and that was just last night.
No,
No.
that's it, man.
No, you didn't get the.
I got like 7 more until I get to the 19th hole, and that's it for me.
Oh, you just decided to cut it out at the rub and tug happy ending instead of the.
Well,
the full Furburger Supreme.
The full 18. Do the full 18 holes. The 19th hole is your grave.
Well, it better be 18, otherwise you go to jail.
Yeah.
You and I are on like 2 different subjects.
Yeah. I'm talking about different shit here. I got you.
I'm trying to take advantage of that dyslexic brain. It's not working. You're staying on track. I'm impressed.
I like it.
But do you guys remember, was it a month or 2 ago you did the video? It was called Big Brother is in Your Pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. You called this all day long.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna let you know. All right. The people who told me about this may or may not hypothetically work for certain organizations and companies that know all about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So
and here's another thing. Like this was cooked up in Israel, right?
Shocker.
So Israel, a company in Israel made this possible to basically turn your phone into a narc. It will record you. It'll video you. And you can even put it in a Faraday pouch. It'll still record. And the minute you take it out, it connects and sends your shit on. They literally worked with some of the major cell phone companies to get their infrastructure and the operating systems and so forth that they use.
Yep.
So they could build this product. And now it's out there.
Yep, and they named it after a flying horse. And shockingly enough, The Guardian, of all publications, were the ones who actually leaked this. I am stunned. Yep. Stunning and braved. Huge data leak shatters the lie that the innocent need not fear surveillance. Our investigation shows how repressive regimes can buy and use the type of spying tools Edward Snowden warned us about. And this is where I laugh. Like, everybody's like, oh, you can't get the jab because if you do, they're going to put like an RFID chip in and they're going to track you everywhere. They don't have to. You do it to yourself.
All right, hang on a minute.
I'm just saying.
All right, so I'm going to pull out my big-ass wallet of ludicrous size.
No wonder your back is so straight.
Now, it's in my front pocket. All right, now, here is my debit card. And you see this chip in it, right?
Yes.
All right. A lot of people have the new ID. I think Michigan has a chip built into theirs as well. Now, what they do is this doesn't send out a signal by itself. Okay, there's not enough power in there. But what they can do is when they enter a residence or if they get near, somebody they're looking for, they can fire off frequencies that actually hit this and respond back
Ooh.
So, like, literally, if you're walking around with a wallet full of shit like this,
Oh yeah.
if they really want you and they just boop, oh, there he is, and then next thing you know, you got
Oh yeah.
you got people kicking down your door.
And the materials to create a reader for that type of chip are not that expensive. Somebody can literally just walk by your wallet with one of these things like hidden in their own pocket.
It's called a sniffer.
Sniffer, yeah. Boom. They got all your information.
Yeah, that's for stealing credit cards, and you can even do it with the new key fobs that start your car.
Yep.
A lot of people, all you got to do is have it on you. If you're within 6 meters of the car, it'll start.
Mm-hmm.
But it's throwing off a frequency all the time. So people literally can walk by you, copy the frequency, go make a key fob, come back to your house when you're asleep, start the car, it'll drive off, and no one will know.
And no one is the wiser.
No, and won't even set off the car alarm because you're technically the one that's supposed to be doing it.
It's your own frequency.
Yeah, and then with the chips and cards like this, like literally, I mean, everything you have on your body that has any bit of technology on it is basically a narc.
Amen to that. And people are so glued to these things. They take it with them everywhere they go. I mean, they're hanging out. Well, they're hanging out at a group of people. They're not even talking to each other. They're on their damn phones all the time. Mm-hmm. I have actually been in a restaurant with family, where we're all talking, shooting the shit, what have you, and I look over and there's a couple on a date, and they're sitting there. Oh, I'm going to take a picture of my penis and send it to her. I know she's sitting right there, but
she loves
she'll be
me.
surprised. I hope she doesn't realize I'm using the super wide lens.
But yeah, and
your
you know
penis
what?
curves really far to the left.
I've been trying to find a way or a program that's out there that could find this if it's on your phone and to deactivate it. I can't find it.
Well, that's probably by design.
Well, no. The thing is, in the United States, there's laws that are passed that you cannot have any kind of encryption technology that the government doesn't have.
Well, that answers that question.
So, I mean, the private companies are lockstep with the federal government in this.
Yep.
All right. Now, we're going to cover some of this in administrative violence.
Yeah.
And how to get around this to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's pretty tricky.
It's going to be interesting. Let's get into some of the details here.
All right.
Billions of people are inseparable from their phones. Their devices are within reach and earshot for almost every daily experience, from the most mundane to the most intimate. Yeah, no, I've seen the videos on OrnPayHub. Few pause to think that their phones can be transformed into surveillance devices, with someone thousands of miles away silently extracting their messages, photos, and location, activating their microphone to record them in real time. Such are the capabilities of Pegasus, which was the entire part and parcel of the Lair episode you made 2 months ago.
Yeah.
The spyware manufactured by NSO Group, the Israeli purveyor of weapons of mass surveillance. NSO, of course, rejects this label. It insists only carefully vetted government intelligence and law enforcement agencies can use Pegasus, and only to penetrate the phones of legitimate criminal or terror group targets.
Bullshit.
1, 2, 3. Bullshit!
I'm going to tell you about this right here. All right. So Pegasus, the way they're selling it here is only countries use it against legitimate targets.
Mm-hmm.
And they make it sound like you can only be used if you have all of these assets to do it. That's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, because governments are never corrupt.
No. They can sell like suitcase products.
Yep.
Like I can have in a van. I could park down the block from you. Send you a bullshit email. You open it, but you don't even have to click the link. You just open it to look. Boop. I'm in your phone.
Done.
And then everything that phone pings is going to the suitcase in my van, and I now know everything you know. I listen to your phone, listen to you pump your wife, whatever the hell you're doing. I mean, it is scary.
Yeah.
What they
really
can do.
Scary.
And you figure, all right, see this phone here. I got like the triple lens phone here.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 years ago, they would have shot the Pope, embalmed him, and sent a camera like this to Mars if they could have.
Yep.
But we didn't have the technology back then, but now we have phones that have like these crazy powerful cameras that see in the dark. They have night vision. You know that, right?
Yeah. And the government has access to every single one of them.
And you cannot detect if it's on there or not.
Nope.
I haven't been able to find it out. I'd like to get like a techno dork on here who knows about this to help me.
Hey, I know we got some people out there who work for Facebook Hockey and other such companies. If you're a tech literate individual who understands this sort of thing and wants to come on and spill the beans, hit us up, redonkulous12gmail.com.
So basically, we're putting on a casting call for a techno dork. Thank you.
Not me. I'm no techno dork. It's not like I'm surrounded by a Cthulhu clusterfuck of wires or nothing.
No. What are you gonna do, man?
Is there any way to actually make something like this aesthetically appealing?
No.
Seriously.
No, I've given up.
It looks like Davy Jones's face is like going to town on Cthulhu's butthole on my desk.
Yeah, I've given up trying to control the cord.
It's a fucking nightmare, man. Oh, goodness. Now back to the article here just to see what's going on here. Apparently, this is going to be an ongoing series. As long as, the journalists don't mysteriously disappear now that this information is out there. Because you'll notice that articles like this are mysteriously missing from the American lamestream media.
Yep.
That could have something to do with the fact that those people are all in bed with a bunch of globalist a-holes who weaponize technology like this to spy on their political enemies. But hey, it could just be me. You can just call me a conspiracy theorist. I'm just making shit up. It's not like the shit that we've seen in just the last 9 months alone has suddenly made Alex Jones look more like Nostradamus than Nostradamus.
Yeah, and the next layer that I'm putting together is I'm actually going to try to do a best guess scenario of what either a conflict or peaceful divorce will look like when it happens in this country.
Peaceful divorce. Yeah.
Well, it'll start off peaceful divorce.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, but it's not going to end up that way.
All right. Yet.
Yet.
Or should I say, but in the coming days, The Guardian will be revealing the identities of many innocent people who have been identified as candidates for possible surveillance by NSO clients in a massive leak of data. Without forensics on their devices, we cannot know whether governments successfully targeted these people, but the presence of their names on this list indicates the lengths to which governments may go to spy on critics, rivals, and opponents. It's not like they're openly doing this on social media or anything.
I mean, I've already spied on Tucker Carlson.
Yeah. And I love their little non-denial. Denial. Well, he's not really a person of interest at this time. Say it again slowly.
Yeah.
Because stupid doesn't always stick on the first pass.
Doesn't always stick on the first pass.
So, as always, after the stream, you'll find a link to redonkulous.com and a pinned comment. Check it out. Make sure that you're following up on this because I have a feeling this is going to get real interesting real quick. If the journalists don't get disappeared.
I'm sure a couple of them will.
Well, there's only a couple of them working on it, I think. Oh, no, it's Paul Lewis, head of investigations. So I'm just going to say it right now. Hashtag Paul Lewis didn't kill himself.
Yeah, Paul Lewis is going to get a cankle fuck. It's not going to be good.
Okay, you need to clarify what that is.
That's when they kick your ass so hard, the offending boot and ankle and bottom part of the leg go right up your ass.
Okay, because when you said cankle fuck, I imagined like some BBW loving skinflint dude with an 8-pack by default because he doesn't eat anything other than like Mountain Dew Code Red and Funyuns going to town on some chick's cankles with his schwans.
Nope. Stop, man.
Damn it, it's harder from down here.
Quit it.
Oh, I got you.
Bastard.
Your goalie skills are not on point today, sir.
No, they're not.
You're going to have to train yourself in the art of ninjutsu.
I effed up, man. I effed up.
Speaking of effed up.
There we go.
Everyone's favorite news story this week. We had to talk about it.
Disregard the penis in orbit.
Jeff Bezos blasts
in orbit
into space on his own rocket. Best day ever. I don't even know how much this cost.
It can't be cheap.
Apparently, he called the rocket the Blue Origin.
All right. Now, first of all, we can do a search for cost of launching satellite into space, contract rocket would get you pretty close to what he paid.
Yeah, but anybody see anything wrong with this picture?
Wow.
And the funny thing is, I mean, I don't know how they didn't see it. And this is why the description of this video says, like, do you ever have to just pinch yourself while you're wide awake to make sure that you're not living in Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Because it's a giant metal dick with balls going into space. It's a cock rocket.
Wow.
I mean,
but
shit.
I don't even think it really took him to space. I mean, he was up for like 10 minutes.
Well, let's take a look here. The breakdown of the flight is in the article here. It reached an altitude of about 66 miles, so it is technically in space. 106 kilometers, 10 miles higher than Branson's July 11th ride, or Branson.
Don't care.
But yeah, he was only up there for 10 minutes. So that's 7 minutes longer than an average night with his wife.
Yeah.
It's good times. I mean, when you're worth, $200 billion?
I don't even know how much he's worth now after he gave up all that money to his ex-wife. I don't know.
He just does what he did with bookstores, skeet and delete.
Yeah, pretty much.
The guy who ruined Borders and Barnes & Noble riding a giant dick into space.
Now, I thought Barnes & Noble's still in business. Huh?
They are, but they're for that much longer.
And they've been hampered.
Who knows?
Okay.
I mean, virtually everything that sells books now is practically obsolete. It's sad.
That is a shame.
It's sad. Like, I miss walking into video stores. I miss walking into bookstores.
Yeah, because I should be done with that third book in about 6 to 8 weeks. Hopefully.
Yeah. And then you just have to have it edited.
Yeah, that's going to be
Watch some 20-pound brain mother fornicator's head.
30-pound brain.
30-pound brain, dude.
I need a 30-pound brain motherfucker to go.
Trying to read your punctuation and grammar with his brain.
Don't get all
brain
nasty.
fluid.
Hey.
He's gonna shit spinal fluid by the time he's done with chapter 2.
And also, when I write the book, I don't have chapters. I just write. So the guy who does the editing, I'm like, added some chapters.
So I got to figure this shit out too, huh? Damn it.
Just added some chapters. Fuck. Break it up however you want it.
Oh, man. And of course, because it is a giant metal dick with balls floating in space, and not just talking about the rocket at this point, Jeff Bezos flew a giant dick-shaped rocket into space, and the memes are out of this world. Hard to imagine a better divorce outcome than getting $50 billion and then your ex literally leaves the planet. Just for 10 minutes. Came back. It's unfortunate.
I'm trying to remember how much did she actually get in the divorce?
Roughly about $50 billion, yeah. She didn't take half, but she took a substantial amount.
We did the math like if he was going to get half.
And by the time Bill Gates' divorce is over, you are literally going to have the 2 richest women in the world, and they got that way by a divorce.
Yeah, by wistituting.
Yes. And then they actually cut the dick head off of it.
The landing?
Yeah, there's the landing capsule. There's the dick head falling back to Earth.
Yeah, that's not...
And the capsule that he's riding in.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think so.
It's amazing.
I don't think I would... I'm too old for that shit now. I wouldn't fly into space. I think, fuck it.
Liz Plank says, sure, flying to space is cool, but have you ever tried paying income tax? You know, people love to confuse corporate tax with income tax. He pays a fuck ton of money in income tax. But the corporations are the ones that have the easy loopholes.
Well, and like local governments make business deals so they will bring jobs to their area.
Exactly.
They almost always cut tax breaks.
And people honestly think that having a higher corporate tax rate is like justice or something. It's like, no. Because the big companies, no matter what the tax rate is, will still stow their money somewhere else. Because they have that latitude, they have that luxury, they have the means and the wealth. It's the small businesses who get fucked.
Yep.
But don't tell that to a Democrat. They don't understand economics. If they had any idea about it, they wouldn't be socialist.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah. Jeff Bezos was in space for 5 minutes, or as it's known at the Amazon warehouse, you're allotted break time for a 16-hour day.
Oh.
My dad got to watch Armstrong walk on the moon. I get to watch the guy that killed bookstores ride a dick into space.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Oh, shit. Amazon employees now that Jeff Bezos is in space. Lined up for the bathroom. These aren't really memes, though. Like, where's the meme? There it
we
is.
go.
Now you got memes. Oh, yeah. This is kind of glorious, actually.
Is it close?
Yep.
All right.
It really does. Oh, man.
No!
That is too close.
No. Oh, yeah.
Give him the scar, and it's totally there.
It's game on.
He's even got the same squinty eye. Dude. And then there's the dick rocket.
Yeah, there's the dick. There it is.
Looks like a giant Johnson. You can't make this shit up, man. Has anyone out there not seen these pictures before now? I'm just wondering.
No, that came across my feed earlier.
It's just amazing.
He's an idiot. Oh, here we go.
Did they not think about it when they designed it, that it was going to look like a giant schwanz just catapulting into space?
Yeah. Well, hey, look, they want the money.
I mean, not that we're used to penises flying around here or nothing. I'm just saying. Oh, it even landed on the shelf next to the Kraken.
Ah, all right.
Unleash the Kraken.
All right, next one.
And next one.
Here we go.
This is just poetic justice.
Before we start here, I just
go
want to
for
say,
it.
I hate the bitch
Mm-hmm.
in this next story. I cannot stand this woman.
I mean, just look at her face. This is a woman who is infuriated that all of the best men that she has ever known live in her dishwasher.
Yep.
U.S. women's soccer team crushed at Olympic opener after kneeling for BLM during the national anthem.
Yeah, I don't even understand why they even... If you're not going to stand for the national anthem, you should not even be out there. You should not be representing the country.
No.
You should immediately get boxed up and sent home.
No, that is what you call a disgrace to the country.
Yeah.
At that point.
I mean, you go to the Olympics to represent your country.
Yes, not your country.
Yeah, and they're just going up there and just being absolutely reprehensible.
Mm-hmm. Being a bunch of can't understand normal thinkers.
Absolutely correct.
And of course they lost to Sweden, and isn't it Sweden that's like trying to bribe dudes into banging their feminist women?
They've been doing that for a while.
That's just pathetic.
That's been going on since like 2008.
Yeah.
I heard it's just getting real crazy since 2012, though.
So you got a group of women that men don't want to bang crushing another group of women that men don't want to bang.
Correct.
It's just...
Yeah. In fact, I think it's...
no wonder no one watched it.
It's one of the Swedish countries, Sweden or Denmark. They have like a high per capita of men going to Thailand and marrying foreign women and bringing them back.
Yeah. And they're actually wearing BLM shit on their chesticles.
They shouldn't be there. You're not. I thought they put that out.
That shit was supposed to be banned from the Olympics.
Yeah.
It's just pathetic, bro.
I personally would love to see. It's being held in Japan, right?
Yes, Tokyo.
I would like to see the people running the Olympics to just say, "All right, we told you the rules. You wore those shirts. Bye.
Yeah.
See you in 4 years.
Bye."
Kick him the fuck out.
And in reality, I mean, it's only the second most humiliating defeat that the women's soccer, well, maybe third, because, that time when they lost to 15-year-old boys.
So, wait, she was on the news media like in 16, right?
Yeah, and now she's going to be one of the new Victoria's Secret angels.
Yeah, fuck her. God, cunt.
This is a woman who will never, ever know the touch of a man. And you can tell that it pisses her off.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I
wouldn't touch her.
Well, she's gonna wind up getting some schlep rock guy. Okay.
I'm sure that
provider.
I'm sure she identifies as a clam cooker.
Could be.
So,
how many people we have watching now?
We are up to 542 people watching, only 25 minutes in. Thank you all very much. And definitely, dudes, please try to get the word out there if you can. We had several people showing up on the new tech platforms the other night saying that they had tried searching for this stream by channel name, by the title of the stream, and it was completely restricted. No one could search for it unless they knew what they were looking for.
So in the future, when we do a live stream, we're just going to have the link to it on the main page of redonkulous.com, so you can just go there and find it.
Yep. I might just try to embed it right on the front page. Why not?
Yeah.
Play the Odyssey stream on there.
And all of this big tech, well, it's a war, so it is what it is.
And yes, we will be doing new tech exclusive coverage tonight because there are some things that are verboten that we can't talk about. Otherwise, Susan will try to shove a...
She'll get very
She'll
upset.
try to shove a cock rocket up her ass.
Yeah. Not really in the mood for a cock rocket.
Send us into orbit.
No.
Disregard the penis in orbit. It's ridiculous.
Judge
dismisses U.S. women's soccer equal pay case. Here's why.
No, wait, when was this actually?
This was last year.
This was last year. So it went from 2016 to 2019-20.
I'm not sure if it went back that far, but I mean, we've been listening to whining about this.
I was
for
under the
so
impression they
long.
started this lawsuit as soon as the Olympics were over.
May 2016, yeah. So this is what happened here. Of course, they're whining. The men get paid more, way, but they negotiated completely different deals.
Yep.
Just like, men's deodorant and women's deodorant have completely different ingredients that account for the so-called pink tax, but you can't use logic when you're talking with these people.
No, you can't.
The men and women's teams ended up with substantially different agreements. Female players' agreement allowed the women to be compensated largely through salary guarantees, which means that no matter what,
They get money.
they get money, with additional opportunities for performance-based bonuses. And after losing 3-0 in the first round of the Olympics, I'm sure you're going to get a lot of that.
Probably not much coming your way after that.
Oh, in the face!
Bastard.
As long as that was the first time that ever happened, I won't assign you a point. Getting smacked in the face with a big purple hog.
You sons of bitches.
You sons of bitches. Oh, by the way, Jimmy Bones, just want you to know this is the last of the peach. Watch it. Here it goes. But I still got the apple. And you see this? It's dripping in anticipation for going in my mouth. Good stuff. All right. So what we got on the men's team, players do not earn salaries, only bonuses.
If they play.
Yeah. So it's like being like a furniture salesman. If you don't close, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Therefore, the men are only paid when they play. The judge writes, merely comparing what each team would have made under the other team's CBA, collective bargaining agreement, is untenable in this case because it ignores the reality that the men's national team and the women's national team bargained for different agreements which reflect different preferences, and that the WNT explicitly rejected the terms that they now seek to retroactively impose on themselves. In other words, they think they're special and the rules and the laws of the universe don't apply to them. But as we all know, Pop,
they do.
Bastards.
They do.
It's hilarious. The WNT rejected the proposal, preferring an agreement that involved some element of guaranteed compensation. Because they know they suck.
I've already covered this. I am not going to get into a car, drive to a big stadium, pay top dollar prices just to get in, and then get ass raped for beer and pretzels and hot dogs or whatever for a team that isn't, top of the line.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go put up that frustration, pay that kind of money to watch third stringers.
Yeah. It's what's
I'm sorry, ladies. You're a third stringer.
Yeah. I mean, literally, you pay top dollar. You go to this game, you see a bunch of people diving for the deck and grabbing their knees after somebody ran by them, and score nothing. The most excitement that you'll get is if somebody pulls the other one's hair and then they're like, and then you're done.
There's no fighting. Soccer, they don't fight.
$68, please.
No, thank you.
What's more useless than that?
Well, you figure
therapy?
in 2016, the U.S. Olympic team got crushed by 10th graders.
Yeah, 15-year-old boys, and it's happened multiple times. And not just here. It
all over
happened
the
in
world.
Australia as
They
well.
stomp them all over the world.
Stomping is that's being polite.
Yep.
They got emaciated. They got crushed into the dust every single time. It's never even close either. It's always like 7-0 or some shit. Most of the time they can't even score on the boys' team. Yeah. But you know, that's patriarchy. And
yeah, well, that's totally wrong.
We're not allowed to talk about that.
That's not fair.
And of course, this is just the latest embarrassment in the history of whamming in the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
U.S. Olympian turns away from flag and covers her head with a T-shirt during the national anthem.
Why in the hell are we allowing these people to go there?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
And I want to know what, like how many times she had to press this against her lips to make it look like that.
I have no idea.
I don't know, man. Somebody was trying to pass himself off as one of the jungle people.
I don't know.
It's just ridiculous. Look at this. This is just horrendous. Barry turns away from flag, and you know what she actually had the balls to say?
Huh.
Barry turns from the flag, felt anthem timing a setup.
Listen,
How many times...
you go to the podium, they play the anthem. That's just the way it is.
At every sporting event in human history, they play the anthem.
Yeah, but is this the awards?
What the hell?
Are these the people on the podium for awards, or is this the beginning?
Yeah, she came in third place for hammer throwing.
Okay.
And lost to what looked like, well, the one on the right looks like a biological male. I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe it's just an unfortunate series of genetic events, but I'm just saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, they need to just remove these people. They should not be allowed.
Look at this. Look at this. How disgusting and embarrassing can you possibly be?
Are those people Americans?
Yes.
All three of them are Americans.
Yes. And she's standing there staring at the camera because she came in third and she wants it to be about her.
You know what? I would love to see the gold medal one just turn around and punch her in her face.
Yeah, she saw an opportunity to make a statement. And I mean, how stupid can you put? Well, it just felt like a setup. What? Wow. Yeah. I really don't want to talk about the anthem because that's not important. The anthem doesn't speak for me. It never has. No, it speaks for people who actually fought and died to create the country that you bitch about.
Yep.
That's what it does. People who actually sacrifice, people who actually put their lives on the line for something bigger than themselves, something that a stupid twatty chop like this will never understand nor respect.
Let me tell you something. In 1989, I jumped into Rio Hato in Panama. All right, yep. That was a real combat drop below 500 feet.
Yep.
And we were taking heavy fire the entire time. And you want to talk about a pucker factor.
I bet.
When, they open the door and a couple rounds come through the side of the aircraft and the jump master looks at you and goes, "There's no air support," and then promptly jumps out. And then you're like, here we go.
Yeah, you do what you do, man.
Here we go. Knees to the breeze and hope you don't die. I'm telling you, man, that is, I've done, I think in my entire military career, 8 movement to contacts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and that's a movement to contact is when you're moving into an area fully expecting there to be the 2-ray rifle range to spark up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's a rude awakening to how reality really works.
Something that Olympians like Miss Barry...
They don't have no idea. They just can't comprehend it.
No, I mean, she throws a hammer for fun. She plays a game for a living and honestly thinks that people give a shit what she has to say.
Not really.
No, it's the same when NFL players and professional athletes started, going to bat for China and kneeling for the anthem and shit. Like, You're a bunch of overprivileged, titty-sucking, shrimp-dick crybabies. We don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Just shut up.
What are the ratings so far for the Olympics?
Oh, they're in the toilet. The same thing with the Olympics. They're hemorrhaging sponsors, which is how they make most of their money.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in the NBA and all these other professional sports that have, gone woke and are inevitably going to go broke. They're hemorrhaging viewers, hemorrhaging sponsors. They're all dying.
Yeah, I mean, I would, if I knew that I had people representing my country that were being that disrespectful, I wouldn't watch it either.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's going to get to the point where the networks aren't going to be able to justify the cost.
No.
They're going to we're not covering it.
I think we're done. Bye-bye.
Yeah. And they deserve it. They really do.
Yeah. Get woke, go broke.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Now, I'm going to ask you a question before we move on to the next one.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever in your life think that you would actually hear the words BuzzFeed and journalism in the same sentence?
No.
No. Because I was shocked when I found out that BuzzFeed, of all news outlets, actually broke this one. And I'm still, I'm thinking that these people might get smoked, just like Mr. Lewis over there in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Watching The Watchmen, the Michigan kidnapping case, is a major test for the Biden administration's commitment to fighting domestic teriyaki-ism and a crucible for the fierce ideological divisions pulling the country apart. Now, the big problem, of course, with this coming from BuzzFeed is that they're going to look at this as a huge positive in the favor of Joe Biden. However, when you actually read it, this is damning to the high fucking heavens for his entire administration and the Department of Justice.
You talk about the entrapment?
A little bit.
Yeah.
To make a long story short, should we just paraphrase this?
Well, let's see. They orchestrated it. They organized it. They goaded everyone into taking action.
Well, we hadn't even gotten to, who did that?
Well, I'm just saying, typically, this is how they do business.
Yep. In the inky darkness of a late summer night last September, 3 cars filled with armed men began circling Birch Lake in northern Michigan, looking for ways to approach Governor Gretchen Schittler's 3-bedroom vacation cottage, subdue her using a stun gun if necessary, and drag her away. One vehicle stopped to check out a boat launch, while a second searched in vain for the right house in the thick woods ringing the lake. The third car ran counter-surveillance using night vision goggles to look out for cops and handheld radios to communicate with the others. Keep going on down the page here. Mm-hmm. Everybody down with what's going on? An Iraq War veteran and the group demanded to know when they ended their recon mission well past midnight at a campsite where they were all staying. If you're not down with the thought of kidnapping, don't sit here. The men planned for all kinds of obstacles, but there was one they didn't anticipate. The FBI had been listening in all along. For 6 months, now, it sounds damning so far. Just wait.
Uh-huh.
For 6 months, the Iraq War vet had been wearing a wire, gathering hundreds of hours of recordings. He wasn't the only one. So, the Iraq War vet, meaning the guy who's instigating the plan. A biker who had traveled from Wisconsin to join the group was another informant. A man who advised them on where to put the explosives and offered to get them as much as the task would require was an undercover FBI agent.
Shocker.
So was a man in one of the other cars who said little and went by the name of Mark. Just over 3 weeks later, federal and state agents swooped in and arrested more than a dozen men accused of participating in what a federal prosecutor called a deeply disturbing criminal conspiracy, hatched over months in secret meetings on encrypted chats and in paramilitary-style training exercises. 7 of the men who had driven to Birch Lake that night would end up in jail. Here's the problem. Did any of those 7 men actually have anything to say about planning it?
No. Yep. I mean, that's typically what happens. It's an entrapment thing.
So this is, once again, our own government manipulating situations and basically using useful idiots to push the idea of a far-right boogeyman. The FBI led this entire attack, this entire plan. They orchestrated it, got everything involved. The Iraq War vet, the alleged Iraq War vet, probably stolen valor. You know, the other guy who offered the explosives and everything. when you read through this whole thing, none of this was actually planned by the people who are going to jail. They just got in on it. Mm-hmm. This is...
That's pretty much what it is.
This is illegal.
Well, it's not the first time the government entraps people. They do it all the time.
Even though it's illegal. And we can actually prove it right here. What is considered entrapment? And this comes from the law office of Thomas C. Thomasian Esquire. In some criminal matters, law enforcement officials might set up sting operations to catch someone in the act of committing a crime. A sting operation may work like this. Government agents believe that Jesse has been or is planning on selling drugs. Therefore, working undercover, they tell Jesse where he can get some cocaine and who he can sell it to, someone who is actually another undercover cop. Jesse then follows through with the offense. He is arrested and charged with drug distribution. In the example above, law enforcement officials are creating an opportunity to commit an offense. Such acts are legal even if the officers use deceit or some type of artifice to get a person to carry out a crime. Now, had the officers coerced Jesse into committing an offense that he normally wouldn't have done, that is considered entrapment. It is illegal and may be used as an affirmative defense in some criminal cases. So when you've got 3 undercover agents who essentially plan the entire crime from the top down, bottom up, and every layer in between,
and want to give you the explosives
and try and coerce you into it.
See, and that's another thing. All right, if somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I can give you all the explosives you could ever,"
Yeah.
No. Don't fall for that bullshit. For one, you don't know where they came from.
Yep.
All right. Every one of those, especially if it's military grade, they'll have chemicals in them, so they can find out what lot they were made and blah blah blah. It's totally traceable.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess with that. I talk about that in my book. So
well, yeah.
I cover this.
You do what you do.
Yeah, he builds his own shit in the books, and I tell you how to do it step by step.
Ugh. That's crazy, man. Look at this article. Like these BuzzFeed idiots, even though they dropped this bomb that most people are going to be smart enough to read between the lines of.
No, actually, they're not. Most people are idiots out there.
Oh, I understand that, but people who watch this show can understand it. The audacious plot to kidnap a sitting governor, seen by many as a precursor to the January 6th assault on the U.S. Capitol by hundreds of Trump-supporting protesters, has become one of the most important domestic terrorism investigations in a generation. Mm-hmm. Even though it was orchestrated and executed by the FBI.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like the Ice Cream Social.
I remember we went down to Lansing for that big
Yep.
With a big protest, and it was raining, and we filmed all that shit.
I love this. The prosecution has already emerged as a critical test for how the Biden administration approaches the growing threat of homegrown anti-government groups. Except for the real anti-government groups like Antifa, BLM, the ones who are literally talking about burning it all down.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not going to bother prosecuting them.
No.
$2 billion in damage and, like a few dozen people dead. Whatever.
$2 billion is on the light side. It's going to be $6 to $8 billion.
Oh, I'm sure as these things are actually assessed, it's going to be way higher.
Yeah, it's going to go really high. You're going to see a lot of insurance companies go out of business.
Yep.
You're going to see other ones flat out tell certain cities, we're not insuring anyone inside your city again. Fuck off.
I'm going to ask the chat, though. Like, is anybody out there actually surprised by shit like this?
No. I remember when I was a kid, they did a sting on Lee Iacocca.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. They totally fucked his life up. I mean, they did all kinds of fucked up shit. It was a total sting. Good. I believe he did wind up getting out of it for the most part, but yeah.
Redonkulous.
I mean, first of all, if you're planning to do stupid shit like that, why are you planning on kidnapping people?
Yeah.
When you get to that point, you're beyond that.
Yeah.
You don't have, one, that's really complicated. Two, it's hard to get away with because, you're bringing people in tow.
Yeah. And the larger the group is, the more you risk exposure. And there was, from what I understand here, there was at least 10 dudes.
And three of them were
the ones who orchestrated the whole thing.
And three of them were
those were the agents.
Alphabet agency guys. Yeah. No.
Yeah. I would say that there's no way in tarnation that this is going to hold up in court.
But in today's day and age, you don't know.
Yeah, when the federal Supreme Court says that other states don't have standing to question the results for the person who leads all the states, Fuck off.
I know.
Traitors.
I'll be covering that in my next lair.
Okay.
This is so infuriating.
It really is. You want to do super chats now or just before we move to new tech?
Let's do some super chats now.
All right, let's check them on out here. I'm being smart today. I brought a laptop so I can actually monitor everything in real time, not lose anything. Here's hoping.
Not F around.
F around, man. Polska Bob, of course, first donation of the night. He always donates like before the stream even begins. We appreciate it, brother. Gentlemen, Beer Money's Ascension story from Tuesday. Cannot unsee that one. Munging. You want a Starburst Pop?
No! God damn it, stop.
I just thought I'd ask. I mean, I got a few over there. You like the strawberry ones? They're pink. Just like the stink.
God damn it, stop it.
Fellow war hoarder with a $2 donation and a simple winning. Tony Stark with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. Hey, Pop, did you pick up the virtual machine? I did a lot of work on that desktop. I don't want somebody to steal it.
Actually, I have not been to the mailbox. I have to go to tomorrow.
Shocker. But yeah, using Splitstream has been very kind to us.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate all the help from everybody. We got a lot of tips, a lot of really good information. Splitstream was the first one that we've tried, and so far, in tandem with standard OBS, not using Streamlabs, we have had phenomenal luck.
Good.
Allegedly.
Well,
I want to jinx it.
Yeah, we can always use some good
Murphy's in the background like, hey, that motherfucker thinks that he's gone away free.
Yeah,
stick shit up my ass.
Murphy is always there to hammer you.
Always. Brat bastard. Dynaside 13 with a 223 donation. After takeover by a socialist/commie/fascist regime, within 12 months there are usually gulags or some sort of camps set up for dissidents. It's been 7 months so far. You remember that no justice, no peace is not an ultimatum, but the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the rumblings is there are things being set up in certain cities that I don't have a lot of information on, other than I have been notified that stuff is going on. I don't know what exactly that is. But there are FEMA camps, average of 2 to 4 per state.
Oh, no kidding.
And all they got to do is just put the personnel in there to start it up, and it's up and running.
Nice.
They have everything from like caskets, and they have all of the shit. They would have a gulag they have at these FEMA camps. Yeah,
these are the new what did they call them back in? Was it the internment camps? Whatever call them, relocation camps. You know, it's not the first time that this has happened.
In World War II, it was the internment camps for the Japanese.
Yeah, it's not the first time that it's happened. And you know who was in charge at that point? FDR. Mm-hmm. Democrat, one of the most racist sumbitches. That's why when Biden said that Trump was the first racist president, I laughed so damn hard. I thought I was going to pass out. Yeah. Because not only is Biden an avowed racist, like supreme cuck racist, but FDR was one of the most hateful sumbitch bigots that I couldn't say that he was even walking.
Yeah, he was a piece of work, man.
He was the most hateful bigot rolling around.
Yeah, rolling and smoking. That was him.
He had to rolio because of the polio.
Yeah.
Oof. Shit happens, brother. Let's jump on over to MGTOW.tv. I saw a few donations popping up in there. What do we got? S. Kent 599 with a $5 donation. It cost Jeff Bezos less to ride a cock to outer space than it cost to plunge his cock into his wife's inner space.
He's totally true. Totally true. Amen.
You know what? For stuff like that, I need to get like the club, horn noise.
Yeah.
Or perhaps this'll do. Yeah.
Thug life.
Thug life. I like it. Edman209 with a $15 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. As always, I hope that this finds you well.
Thank you.
We very much appreciate it. We are not worthy. Cosba89 with a $15 donation again. Thank you so much. Popp and Blake, love y'all videos for the last few years. Y'all have really helped me understand through comedy the logics of the arguments that you put forth. Side topic, if you want to see a source of communism and debt spending embedded on the books of these United States, look no further than Title 8 of the U.S. Code, Chapter 1101, Sections 37 and 40, and Section 4 of the 14th Amendment. And he has enclosed a link.
Oh, okay.
We will have to check
We'll
that
have to
out.
check that out.
Very much appreciated, good sir. We're always down for learning new shite.
There's all kinds of crazy shit going on, man.
Jumping on over to YouTube here, of course, we got Jeffrey Paul, the supremely talented mother fornicator who wrote the tune that you guys rock out to while you're waiting for the stream to start.
Which is very good.
Yeah, it's very good. And he says, "You two look like Twinkies. How cute. I hope you're not cream-filled."
You fucker. Dude, that's funny, though.
He sent me a picture of his peanut butter M&Ms that he eats while he drinks milk and plays with his balls. Thankfully, it was just a picture of the bag of M&Ms. I'm fine with looking at your chocolatey treats as long as they have nice tits or they're actually chocolatey treats. Just saying.
Nice.
JMV290. Didn't get to see the last Grunt Speak live. I had to watch it later. But, oh God, I may send in some Starburst cyst-flavored chews to you guys. Straw, please.
Stop it.
Hey, he asked.
That's just disgusting.
I gotta give the people what they want, bro.
All right.
Oh, you know what? It totally slipped my mind until right now that I should have looked at Jeff Bezos right there on the screen and said, "Your rocket's shaped like a dick, bro." Damn it. Lost opportunity, but at least I remembered. Jeff Schroeder, 65 and out. I'm living forever.
Good luck with that.
Alternative lifestyles for men. What kind of alternative lifestyles we talking about here, bud? You talking about
I don't need to hear the
driving your go-kart the wrong way up the Hershey Highway? Like
the poop shoot.
You taking a cock rocket to somebody's inner space? He says, "Thank you, Blake, for responding to my email about the graph today." Yes, you're very welcome.
It's that graft is very damning.
Yes, and he added to the list today, so we are up to
375
lives saved by the by the guy who gets dick straws thrown at him.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to teach these guys how to use their inner comedy, man. Everyone who gets out of the military has got a sense of humor. You have to. If you want to make it more than 2 years in that organization, you will go crazy.
Yep.
And they get out and they forget to have that, and then they're literally dying because they don't have those defenses anymore.
Amen to that. Oh, man. Ascension, dude, you are officially a legend. We have 2 super chats about your story, and we're not even an hour into this stream. JMV290, at least the guy didn't eat milk duds out of her butt. Some of them may have had corn and peanuts instead of caramel at the center.
God damn it. Move on. That's just terrible.
Hey, I give him an A for effort and imagination. We briefly cracked 600 viewers. Thank you very much to everybody who's tuning in. Of course, we dropped down about 10 because, Susan doesn't want us being too successful. Tony Soprano, get an RFID blocking wallet. 10 steps ahead of you, brother. I already got one. Larry Gorky with a $2 donation. I wish it BTFU, gents.
What the hell's that mean?
Back the fuck up.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Probably talking about the chicks. Reaper01. Oh, no Wango Tango tonight? Damn it. Learn Linux, gents. No one owns it. Go open source.
Yeah, actually.
I've thought about it.
I've been thinking about that as well.
So the problem is that my editing software that I use is either PC or Apple.
Yeah, but we're not doing anything illegal. I mean, I think the worst thing I do is I talk to people who are very upset.
Yeah.
But they're just giving me ideas for stories and stuff.
Well, think about it now, though, dude. You don't even have to do anything illegal now to get sentenced to 8 months in jail.
Yeah, you're right.
Capitol Police let a few hundred people into the building on January 6th.
And crucified.
And one of them who didn't damage anything, didn't hurt anybody, didn't assault anybody, didn't carry a weapon, nothing. 8 months in jail.
Yep.
Yeah, let's prosecute the guy for protesting the ice cream social, not the people who actually hijacked it.
Yes,
My balls.
What are you going to do?
Dick Burns, I sincerely hope not. $4.99. Who cares where they fly? Jealous? No, not really. Tech they develop will help people when shared. It's America. In other countries, no one would afford to go. Don't care where anyone flies, really. T. Greeny, so is that what they mean when they say just the tip?
I guess so.
Falling back to earth and a giant dick tip,
Just
bro.
the tip.
Mike Hunt. I always have to make sure that I enunciate that. USA Olympics is a private corporation. USA Cycling is a subsidiary that was destroyed by woke culture 10 years ago. I didn't know that.
Well, how'd they get destroyed?
Went woke and went broke, I guess.
Huh? Okay.
I don't know. Red Ranger. It's morphin' time. Imagine losing to 15-year-old boys, then losing to Sweden again, like past Olympics, and still not getting why you don't get paid the same as men.
Exactly.
Well, that, and you negotiated for a completely different deal. But then, of course, just like the Rappin' Ho, Megan Rappin' Ho, or whatever the hell her name is, she wants to try the best of both worlds, which is why she's got dishwasher-safe men and girlfriends.
Yep.
Yeah. Otherwise known as a petri dish of disease. They're not gonna be
Bummer!
Victoria's angels. They're Victoria's devils. Food. Cakes.
Yeah.
Evil zombie toe. Reminiscent thoughts of the day. Starburst munging. Wow, man. If that couldn't get even worse. Eating Starburst out of a dead woman's hooch.
Stop. God damn it.
And then there's the dudes with the whole foreskin thing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you like.
Fuck
That's why
off,
you got
man.
the no fap flap on your webcam.
What?
No one wants to see you doing that.
I cover all of the cameras in my house just to make sure nothing crazy goes on.
That's important.
'Cause you never know when you're walking around with your willy hanging out and so we get a picture of you and you're all over the internet. You don't need that.
Yeah, you doing? Yeah, Pop runs for president. Check out his wang. Oh, shit.
It's nothing special.
Well, at least you admit it. Smooth Criminal. Megan Rappin' Ho reminds me of Jared Leto's Joker. Oh, Lord. Now I can't unsee it.
Huh?
The only thing she's missing is the gold grill.
The gold grill.
Han Soulless with a $15 donation. The U.S. women's team was offered the same deal as the men's team has, but turned it down. The deal they want now would actually have them paid more than the men's team. Are you shocked?
Because they want the guaranteed money.
They want the guaranteed money. They want the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Just like hermaphroditic
They want the
Hornpick.
guaranteed money until the dudes make more money, and then they want their deal.
Yep.
Either you get A or you get B. You don't get A and B.
Business.
This isn't a blood type.
No. May be positive you ain't getting paid because you fucking suck.
Because you're suck negative.
That's what you get when you're a clam cooker, not a pole stooker.
Chlamydia clam. The new ice cream from 32 flavors.
32 flavors. The 32nd flavor is wart cysts.
God, that's horrible.
Oh, yes, it is. Taste the rainbow. Oh, God. We're back up over 600, but of course, that means Susan's got to kick like 10 of you off. Don't forget to smash that like button, dudes. We got 386 likes out of 600 people.
Come on now.
Come on now.
Get with the program.
Smash it like it just offered you a reach around that you didn't have to pay.
All right, what's the next one?
Monet Shot. Howdy, gentlemen. Quick question. If we're watching other places, should we be logging into YouTube to smash like, or do likes everywhere accrue to the YouTube count? No,
No, they don't.
They're individual.
They stay per the platform you're on.
Yep. Reaper01. Oh, he was listening. I love it. Wango Tango Part 11.
Oh, no.
Take a drink. I'll wait. Here we go. I worked at Target. A girl offered oral services. Only problem was she was very young. I quit that day.
That's how you go to jail.
That is how you go to jail. That's why they call them jail
Listen,
bait.
I'm gonna be honest. It is really hard when women throw the pussy at you real hard like that. It's hard to turn them away.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah. It's a jail bait. It's the only kind of fishing where the worm is the game and not the actual bait.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's you're better off just getting the hell out of there. So you
No,
did the
no.
right thing.
Now, when it's jail bait, just do what everyone else does when they actually go fishing. Just take the beer, put it in the water, and then when you need a cold one, pull it out, take one off, put it back in. The lake will keep it cold. I learned that from Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, man. And then 3 classic actors at the top of their game.
They're all dead now.
Telling perverted jokes.
That's good stuff. They're all deader than a doornail now.
Looks like Chuck's taking old One Eye to the optometrist. Looks like Chuck's taking the skin boat to Tuna Town.
Nice. What's the next one? Let's do this.
Shark dentures. Here's one. BuzzFeed never does journalism. You're correct. Even though they broke this story, and people who are smart enough to read between the lines can see what's going on, you can tell they wrote it for a specific audience that loves to diddle with the alphabet community.
Yeah, I can almost guarantee you that the government is trying to get everyone to take a plea deal because they don't want to go to trial because of this.
Yeah. Because when you let things actually go to trial, you actually risk having judges who aren't on your payroll rule correctly.
Yeah.
9x23 with a $10 donation. After seeing the female athletes disrespect our country and flag, I could care less if the trans athletes take all their spots in the Olympics and professional sports.
Why not?
They did it to themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
The alphabet community didn't come upon this strategy by pulling a rabbit out of a hat. They watched feminism.
Yep. And and feminism basically escorted all of this crazy shit into the forefront that we have now.
Yeah. They were the ones who said there are no biological differences between men and women. So we should be able to do everything that men do and not be judged for it in a different way. So guess what happens? Now you got however many amorphous, completely fictional genders and people who are just identifying as female competing as women in the Olympics and crushing biological women into the dust. You ever notice that it never happens the other way?
Yeah. Almost. Well,
Well,
I'm sure there's a couple wild cards that do well, but
you haven't heard about them, have you?
No.
When was the last time any of you heard about a biological female converting to a male and then going and dominating the Olympics?
Or dominating that sport.
Period.
It doesn't happen.
No.
Doesn't happen. I mean, every once in a while they'll win.
Yeah, I mean, there are some legit badass women out there. Like, they're one of the first people to ever finish the ninja challenge or whatever was a chick, and she kicked that course's ass. And I was like, well done, you. That's fantastic.
I never saw that one.
But she is she is the minority of the minority in the minority.
She's the minority of the exception. Nothing like the rule.
Exactly.
I got you.
Yeah, the rule says that a 115-pound soy boy will be able to wreck a bodybuilder woman in arm wrestling 9 times out of 10.
Well, the thing is it's the main reason why they've historically always come during times of war, and they get the young men between the ages of 15 and 35.
Because they're basically indestructible when they're 18.
Well, when you're young, you are a weapons platform.
Yeah.
They give you weapons, they give you armor, and you literally can, walk 30 miles a fucking day in and day out forever.
Yep.
Until the war's over, you get wounded or you die.
And there you go.
And I mean, that's the way it's been since we started writing shit down. And I mean, the Roman army, all the armies, there was no women soldiers.
No.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah, no matter how much EA wants you to think there was, by putting a disabled woman in a World War II Battlefront game, doesn't make it so.
No. No, I'm sorry. Now listen.
Oh my gosh.
I know that thing you're talking about, the Battlefront game.
Yeah.
All right. Now, do I think they should be screwing with actual history and putting stuff in there that's not there? No. But I understand because they want to make money.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, I can deal with a wounded woman in a Battlefront game.
No, it's fiction at that point. Yeah.
And I talk to a lot of my buddies who play a lot of games, and they play female characters. And I'm like, why do you always play female character? And like, dude, I spend 12 hours looking at the screen. I need to look at a woman's ass while I'm doing it.
Well, there you go. I totally get that, yeah.
All right, you sold me. Okay, I got it.
Well, not to mention, you have to pay respect to the people who spent hundreds of thousands of man-hours perfecting titty physics.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they really started pushing the envelope with that with the Dead or Alive games. I don't know why they didn't start it with Tomb Raider, but hey, it's just me.
No, that'd be a good comedy video.
Titty physics.
Titty physics.
Now, these here, we call them NASCAR titties.
No.
Because when she lays on her back, they go straight to the pits.
Well, no, we have like the titty physicist, who's like a redneck with like 2 teeth in his head. He's on the set of a movie, and like, all right, now them titties aren't doing just no, titties don't do that.
Yeah, you got the intimacy coach and the titty physicist backstage.
This is what's going on here.
Making sure that all of the sex scenes for the Netflix series are totally above
Totally
board.
good. I think that'd be pretty funny.
The fact that they need an intimacy coach, like, I'm sorry, don't we all know how to fuck at this point? And couldn't we fake it at least marginally successfully?
Well, most people can fake it enough to, have a family. So yeah,
just ask your ex-wife.
It's good burn. Good burn.
Winning!
Good burn. Quality.
I'm an a-hole. What do you want from me?
That's all right.
It's all good, man. You know I love you, bro.
Yeah,
No
I
homo.
can take a good burn.
No homo.
I mean, in 10 years, how many times you actually see me get pissed off?
Like 2.
Like 2 times.
Like 2. Yeah.
That's it.
It's all good.
That's it.
9 by 20.
Even your wife came down here and threw penis straws at me, and I didn't even get mad. I was like, all right.
He says as he plots his revenge, drinking his quim.
Oh, shut up.
Setting
That was a good burn, too. I'm walking up from the street, and he's like, oh, I see you brought your 6-pack of lime-flavored quim. Like, shut up, man.
Wah, wah.
Bastard.
Titty physics. 9 by 23 with a $10 donation. After seeing the... Oh, I already read that one. Sorry about that. Mortified Monkey with a 3836. Somebody has been watching the streams and knows what's what.
3638.
Texas Dems who fled the state, infected Pelosi's office, and attempted an assassination of the executive branch.
Well, something went on.
If you believe that it's actually deadly.
It wasn't.
Which we know that
No.
94% of the numbers are absolute
Listen,
hogwash.
if there was 1,000 people who showed up with rifles and they really meant to take that Capitol building, they would.
Yep.
There's no way they could stop it.
No. It would have been a wash.
Yeah. I mean, that is not what happened.
Yeah.
And you know what? The thing is I was there. I saw everyone leave after they turned off the big billboard.
Yeah.
Literally, there were a couple 100,000 people walking in that direction. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to watch this on fucking TV. Because this is not going to go good.
All done.
And I literally got on the subway with the group I was with.
Yep. Gonna go drink my knockout drops. I think we're good.
Exactly what happened. I think I stopped at the liquor store.
Yeah.
And I was like half a bottle deep when I saw it on the news, and I was eating half of a submarine sandwich.
It's like, well, we're not going to hear the truth about this tomorrow.
No.
The fact that they still won't tell Ashley Babbitt's widow the name of the dude who murdered her in cold blood.
Yeah. Well,
that
they'll find
pisses me
out.
off.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. We're up to 640 people on YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope at least half of you follow us over to New Tech at the end of the stream. What do we got here? Damon Wolf MGTOW. Anyone see that talk about how 40% of the people in hospitals with EIU have had the vac? Yeah.
Okay.
It's actually more than that from what I understand.
We are going to be talking about that on the alt tech section of
Yes. So if you guys really want to hear some hardcore truth bombs,
some spicy shiata.
yeah, we're gonna be. They're so hardcore. We're gonna be raw dogging it and leaving cream pies.
Dude, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be a free range fornicator. Not in today's day and age.
With the truth.
Oh, well, the truth is one thing.
The truth is you can raw dog the truth.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Adam Bowman. We need a best of Pop's Thug Life bits.
We can do that.
We could totally do that. I think we need an Ascension joke montage still. Detention with Ascension. It still has to happen.
I love it.
Alternative lifestyles for men. Again, I'll take the homo suspicion point for the poor choice and R-pill name rebranding attempt.
All right.
Hey, it's all good, man. We just appreciate your donation. Appreciate you watching the show. Fan I am with $5 Australian. No visible comment, so if you left one and it's gone, then YouTube censored you. And that's why we like new tech, guys. That's why we like new tech.
Yep.
No legs, no problem TV with a oh, all of a sudden it's there. I find it strange that a woman-dominated field is seen as a victory, but a man-dominated field is seen as a problem.
I don't get it.
That's an extremely valid point. I don't know why this is not showing me everything at the bottom. Okay, here we go. No legs, no problem TV with a $5 donation. Blake, look into Elementary OS. It is very noob-friendly Linux that looks like Mac OS. Dual boot on Mac or WinPC easily. Runs Lightroom and Blackmagic. Winning. I'll check it out, man.
Send me a link.
Thank you for the information. We always appreciate it.
Redonkulous12@gmail.com. Send us a link. We'll check it out.
So now it's time for Pop's favorite graphic because he looks so happy in it. Did?
I hate that picture.
Where's the damn sound? Where'd it go?
I don't know.
Oh, I turned it down. That's why. Okay, well, now we got to listen to it now.
Come on, man.
There it is.
Give me a little break here.
Yeah, that is my ultimate frustration face.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what we were doing during that photo shoot that made you put that face on.
I have no idea.
Because you looked like
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
Somebody bring up your dog?
No, that's the face I had when I was one of my soldiers. I cut him a break.
Oh, yeah.
And then he turns around and does some stupid shit, and I get in fucking trouble.
Don't
have that fucking goddamn it. I look at my face like,
Oh, you're gonna love this. Biden claims that his multi-trillion-dollar spending packages will reduce inflation.
This guy has no idea what he's talking about. Listen,
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, now, first, I want to say this right now. We do have an infrastructure problem. Mm-hmm. Mainly because the states and the local cities, counties, and so forth have dropped the ball and not maintained their shit. They're supposed to do that with the taxes they get locally.
Yep. And on top of that, in states like California, Stan, you have them reappropriating tax dollars from their citizens to go to programs that are essentially illegal because they're doing it to house illegal immigrants, create sanctuary cities that are illegal. I mean, you name it, they're doing it.
And if you, like in Detroit, when all of the auto industry was pretty much working in the city of Detroit, they actually had they paid a lot of side cash to get the roads and everything maintained to and from their factories and the highways. Mm-hmm. Now they moved out of Detroit, and all of that shit went to crap. And Wayne County is literally a moonscape.
Oh, they're about
the roads are just terrible,
dude. It literally is like it's the road equivalent of acne. You just got pock marks all over Detroit. Everything. It's shit.
No, it's not acne on someone's face. This is ass acne.
It's backney.
Yeah, you got to sit on it. It itches and stuff. You got to drive and pick at it.
You want to hear this mother fornicator try to justify his shit, though? It's great.
Right, let's hear this.
No, here's the deal. Moody's today went out, the Wall Street firm, not some liberal think tank, said if we pass the other two things I'm trying to get done, we will in fact reduce inflation. Reduce inflation, reduce inflation. Because, when the stupid doesn't stick the first time, you say it 2 more times. Repeating the lie always makes it true.
Yeah,
That's the feminists.
Of course, yeah.
Because we're going to be providing good opportunities and jobs for people.
Okay. Has anyone actually told him about what's going on in like the food service industry and other kind of like menial labor jobs where they're literally having to bribe people with sign-on bonuses because the government keeps paying them not to work?
Yeah, I know.
Does he honestly think that pumping more funny money into the system is going to make that better or worse?
Listen, if you want to get the country back to work, all of those shipments that are coming over from China, you're turning around, you send them fucking back, and then you have that same stuff built here in the United States.
Yeah.
There you go. It would do a 180 very quickly.
I'm amazed that people who actually voted for this senile pants shitting piece of garbage they can read stuff like that and be like, well, that makes sense. And
Because they're idiots.
Of course they're idiots.
Listen, how many times have I told you that there's somebody turning the crank on the idiot box 24/7, 365? No matter how hard you try, there's always another idiot. You're like, another idiot. Another idiot. Another idiot. I mean, it's never ending. It's never ending.
And these are the same people who will insist that all of the billionaires, they're the ones who are the problem. They're the ones who don't pay their fair share. They're the ones who are the evil. These monolithic corporations they're so terrible. But you better go get the poke.
That's right.
And when they put a black banner across and promote black voices on Disney Plus, Disney Plus, so stunning and brave, I need to give them my money. Nike's promoting colon caper dick. Yeah, I'm totally got to give them my money too. These corporations are totally fine. Make up your mind.
No.
Make up your mind.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Nike is basically,
make up your
justifying
mind. Suck a dick.
Slavery.
Yeah. And you know what? Most of these companies over here, especially big tech companies, anything that requires lithium-ion batteries. So, I mean, virtually every electronic device that you use now, mined by children.
Pretty much.
In China.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's not happening here, so that makes it okay.
Gold, blood diamonds, all of that shit that comes from Africa, all mined by kids.
Yep. And Biden breaking the law again. Biden has flown at least 800 illegal border crossers into the U.S. interior using the military. And more are expected.
Yep.
So your brethren being used as useful idiots, Pop. How do you feel about that one?
I'm not cool with that. And they're just breaking the military. The military is there's a lot of people are going to say fuck it and get out.
Yep.
I don't blame them.
And it has been admitted to. ICE officials verified the claims to the San Antonio Express News on Monday and also revealed that since June 29th, 780 illegals have been flown to undisclosed cities using the interior of the U.S. across the interior of the U.S. out of the Laughlin Air Force Base in Del Rio.
And you know what? The red states that are receiving these people are well within their rights to find those individuals, arrest them, and get them the fuck out of the country. Deport them.
Kick them the hell out.
In fact, they should probably make an agreement with Texas that they arrest them in their states, they send them to Texas, and then Texas walks them to the border and kicks them the fuck out.
Yep. Biden's border crisis is getting substantially worse month by month. In June, there were almost 190,000 illegal border crossings alone, putting the total at over 1.1 million just in the first 6 months of 2021. And they flat out said it. When you bring them here, the ones that speak English, they ask them, why'd you come? Well, Joe Biden said that we should come and he'd give us free stuff.
Yep, and that's exactly what's happening. Yeah,
they totally
I drive
care
by
about
homeless
you.
veterans every day.
And they want to surf class. They don't actually care about you. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they just want free shit.
God.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
I love this bitch.
And this is going to be the last thing that we cover before we go to new tech, and you'll see why, because it's a perfect segue.
We'll get paid!
Yeah. We'll start talking about it, and then we'll circle back with you. White House, if you're banned for misinformation on one platform, you should be banned from all platforms. See, the problem with misinformation is that it can actually be a mistake. You know, sometimes shit happens.
Well, you can tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like we tell the truth here.
Yeah.
And, we've been slapped down quite a few times for misinformation.
Yeah. See, we'll get slapped down for misinformation, even though what we say is the truth.
And we provide sources.
Yeah. And you know who's slapping us down? The people who provide disinformation, which is calculated and evil.
Correct.
Suck a dick!
Suck a dick, you sons of bitches.
After making the shocking admission, I wasn't shocked.
Now you got me.
That the federal
got
government
me drinking. Damn you.
that cold brew. Suck it down.
I'm cutting back on alcohol.
Allegedly.
Oh no, I have.
After making the shocking admission that the federal government is flagging content for Facebook to censor in yesterday's White House press briefing, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, $5, doubled down on the censorship rhetoric in today's press briefing by calling for users to be banned from all platforms if they post misinformation and dismissing concerns that the Biden administration is acting as Big Brother. They are.
They are.
In fact, they're doing a super plus good job at it.
And everyone who didn't vote for him is on super secret probation, and they don't even know it. And they're listening to you on your cell phone, and they're collecting all of your information through your computers because you're nothing but a information farm animal.
You know, I'm just wondering how long it took this stunningly stupid piece of human excrement to wash all of the bazooka juice out of her chair after her multiple job interviews on the black casting couch.
Nice.
Because she's about as qualified for this job as FDR was for a triathlon.
All right, now I'm going to be fair. She would be a lot better if she didn't always say, I need to circle back.
It just shows you.
And she prepared a little more to the questions.
Well, I do have to say that I do think it's hysterically funny that she actually admitted that Biden is not even the voice of his own White House.
I know.
Jail.
It's nuts, man.
All right, we're going
We
to
totally live in bizarre
Yeah,
world
we
now.
do. All right, let's read the last of the YouTube super chats, and then we're going to pick this up on new tech. So if you guys don't know what those links are, check in the description. We are broadcasting on Facebook, Twitch, DLive, MGTOW.tv, and Odyssey. You can go to any of those platforms and watch the rest of the stream, but we're going to finish up with your super chats here before we do. And there's only 3 of them left. King of Sharks with a $5 donation. I got my brother to start watching you guys. His first reaction was, what an ass. And now he's a fan of Toxic Male. Yeah! There have been people, I've actually heard people say that Toxic Male is their spirit animal.
All right, good.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe I'll make a T-shirt sometime. You never know. 9x23. Randy Holy Terror Rogers won a high overall SAS shooting championship. She is Evil Roy's granddaughter. No shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. Final fight. Aha! No one voted for this guy. Certainly not enough to elect him.
Yep.
Not gonna finish the rest of that because we're gonna get banned.
Yep.
But I am gonna do this because I was asked to. So with that being said, we're going to allow Popp some time to go and drain his squirrel bladder, and we will pick up with you guys on Alt Tech in just a moment.